Howdy, folks. It's your good friend Hillbilly Scribbs with you for another one of these episodes of The Truly Bizarre World, right here exclusively on the Feeding the Monsters podcast feeds YouTube's channel. Yeah. And those of you that have been keeping track know that we've been doing a series of videos all as a part of a special countdown for International Truly Bizarre Day that happens every year on the 31st of the October. So we've done a couple of these so far. A couple of weeks ago, we learned all about the real-life mad scientist behind the Frankenstein's monster. Yep. And then last week, we learned all about Mr. Gilman, a.k.a. the creature from Laguna Negra. And this week, we've got a very extra spooky episode for you. That's right. Now, I actually had an interview last night with someone that the episode's about today, and it was a lady. It was a girl. I kind of had a date. Well, it wasn't officially a date, but yeah, we both went out for a bite together, so it was a date. Anyway, she told me all about different kinds of vampires, and not just the vampires, but she told me all about the different kinds of Draculas. She evidently knows most of them personally, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Yeah, I think it was a date. She even gave me a kiss before I went home. Episode 20, Counting Counts. Yep. Now, as I was mentioning, in the intro, I had an interview last night with a vampire lady, and she told me a lot about the different kinds of Draculas that are out there. And I'm going to tell y'all about all that right now. Now, before I get started, I got to say this is not a definitive list. There are tons and tons of different kinds of Draculas out there. These are just the ones that are at the top of the heap. So I'm going to tell you what I learned about them, and go visit your local library or your Blockbuster Video, and find out what you can find out about the other ones, because the truth is out there, folks. All right. Now, the first one that she told me about was this one. They call him the Lugosi Dracula. Now, what I can tell you about this guy is he is very pale, has really dark hair. So pale, in fact, that he often looks like he's in a black and white film, like all the time. Like all the time. He looks like he's in a black and white movie. And he's your pretty typical Dracula. A lot of the stuff about him is the same as the other fellers on this list. He's not a big fan of garlic. He don't care much for the sunlight. He don't like holy water. He can turn into a bat. He usually wears a pretty nice suit. And this is something particular to this Dracula. The Lugosi actually holds the Guinness World Record for undefeated streaks in a staring contest. It's true. This cat can go nights without blinking. All right. The next one on our list, he's a little bit older than the Lugosi, and this is the Shrek. Now, I ain't talking about that ogre with the donkey. No, this is an older vampire Dracula from Germany, and he's called a Nosferatu. And what I can tell you about him is he gives me the creeps a whole lot. This cat gives me the EBGBs like nobody's business. But that said, he's a huge hit at parties. He's really well known and gets a lot of gigs on account of he can do like these really, really good shadow puppets. Yeah, he knocks them dead. Now, the next Dracula on our list is the Oldman. Now, don't let the name fool you. He's actually one of the younger Dracula vampires on our list. He is, if you thought the Lugosi was a snazzy dresser, he ain't got nothing on the Oldman. The Oldman is a very snazzy dresser. He wears really, really cool sunglasses at night, because of the daylight thing. And he's this is kind of interesting. He had a very on again, off again tryst with that there Winona Ryder from the Beetlejuice. Y'all know who I'm talking about, the mama from Stranger Things. Yeah. It was all over the tabloids for several years. They even had a love child, and the love child was on the tabloids too. And what I can tell you about the Oldman is this: he's not a big fan of Keanu Reeves or Wesley from The Princess Bride or Thor's Papa. All right. Next on our list is the Von Count vampire. And this guy, he's a little bit different. He likes to go outside. He likes to go out in the sunny days where everything's A-okay. And to do this, what he does is he covers himself with this like cloth and felt-like material. And it actually allows him to walk the streets while the sun is out. He's interestingly, he's known for founding a religion called numerology. Yep, it's all about numbers, and he has a pretty big following. Most of them are youngsters. He actually has a lot of kids that follow him. But before you get scared, I know what you're thinking. He's not able to bite or hurt the kids on account of the felt he wears. It keeps the felt is fang proof, so he's not actually able to hurt nobody. But yeah, the kiddies love him. And then the last Dracula vampire on our list is he's the top dog. This feller calls himself the Vlad Tepes, and he actually is from Transylvania, and he really and truly is the granddaddy of all the other Dracula vampires. Literally, for reals. He was kind of like a king in Transylvania for a long time. Really big in the furniture biz. He had this big beef that lasted several years with the Ottoman Empire, and a lot of people don't know about the Ottomans today, but the Ottomans are like these fancy cushiony footrests that you used to put in front of your couches and your chairs. And they came from the Ottoman Empire. Well, the reason Vlad had a big beef with these guys is because Vlad actually was the inventor of the reclining chair and reclining couch with its own footrest that popped up. So they went at it for a long time. As you can see, usually when you go to furniture stores, you don't see too many Ottomans today. So you can kind of put two and two together and you know who won that contest. Many of the recliners today actually bear Vlad's nickname on account of him being someone that sleeps all day. A lot of his friends called him the lazy boy, and a lot of furniture bears that nickname to this day. Now, if you've got a story or a topic idea for the Truly Bizarre World, the best thing to do is to download the Anchor app onto your mobile device. And you can go on there and look up the Feeding the Monster podcast feed and leave us a voice message. And, it's just like making a phone call and leaving a message, except for you only got a minute to do it. And you know what? That's actually a good thing because it keeps the super secret government agencies from tracking your calls. That's right. And as always, remember, you can also leave comments, questions, and suggestions for future show topics right down there in the comment section on the video here on the YouTubes. And we'll look at those, and your question or comment might show up in a future show. And you might be part of a future show. So, do that. And as always, make sure you're keeping up with all the other stuff here on the channel. Best way to do that is to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell ding dong icon wherever it's hiding, and it'll alert you whenever we have new content. And check out everything we got going on over on the podcast feeds. We got a lot of good content, stuff coming out like every week, most days of the week. So check it all out. You'll be glad that you did. And yeah, I guess that's about it. We will have another one of these countdown episodes next week as we get a little bit closer to International Truly Bizarre Day. I can't wait. And yeah, until then, y'all know what to do. Y'all keep it real. Y'all keep it weird. And y'all keep it glorious.